All right, so I think we're live. All right, so today, like I was just telling you, Sean, we're going to go over targeted prompts. And so we're going to kind of start from ground level, like what they are, what they can do, and then kind of turn it up a notch and see if we can create some cool targeted prompts for ChatHQ's website. And then this is a success call, so we'll jump into your stuff as well. We can create some cool targeted prompts for your widgets. Let me close some of these things out. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so what are targeted prompts? Let's jump in here. So I'm on our website right now. I'm just going to kind of go through. Well, that's a targeted prompt right there. That's a that sucker popped up real fast. All right. So targeted prompts, or we're changing the name to Smart Popups very soon. What they are is essentially pop-ups that you can add to your websites and sales funnels or inside your application, like high level. They give you the ability to target your visitors when, where, and how you want with rich media and calls to action. And why this is important, essentially, is not everyone's going to click this widget, right? They're not always going to click the button to open up the widget, which means the things that you're building are not exposed to the people that you want to expose them to. So how do we do that? How do we bring to life what you've built in the widget to get people to click and take action? We use smart pop-ups and targeted prompts. So you can see here, we have the ability to add videos and images, rich text, and the calls to action that actually exist from within your widget and bring them outside of your widget for people to click on, right? So for example, if I, let me go back to the home page, I'll show you a good one here. So right here, I click on watch video testimonials. Now I'm taken into the widget to watch video testimonials that I built inside the widget, right? So if I scroll down a little further, there's another one here. We have a bottom banner. It says text our team. If I click there, we get the web chat tool. And you could obviously format these however you want. We have 4 different formats. We have a top and bottom banner, that's one of the bottom banners there. We have a widget pop-up, so it pops up over the widget. And then we have a center modal pop-up, which is right here. So this is an example of the center modal. We have a video, a bunch of rich text that I've formatted to be a little bit easier to consume, and then a call to action. All right, so what we're going to do is kind of build some of these and actually build them for ChatHQ's website and, see what we can do here. So I think the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go over to the pricing page here. And there's no pop-ups yet on the pricing page. So we're going to start building some of those. So let me pull up, there's our website widget. We're going to click over into targeted prompts. I'm going to filter here. And I'm probably just going to duplicate one just to get started, which is how I like to do it. Let's see, I'm going to do a center pop-up. So I'm just going to find this one's one of my center pop-ups. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to duplicate that. And I have to go to the end to find it. So you can see it says duplicate. And you'll see that little duplicate sign here. I'm going to go ahead and click into that. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name. So I'm going to change it to pricing page. My goal for this pop-up is to target people that maybe are scrolling pretty far down the screen to try to get them to take action and actually create a free account. So the first thing I'm gonna do is give it a naming convention, obviously based on my goal. So I'm gonna say pricing page, scroll. Oh, that is, I had it right the first time. Scroll 25% and all visitors. So we're actually adding a bunch of new like targeting and display options and things like that coming very soon. So today you can target new visitors, repeat visitors, or all website visitors. And then you can do like scroll-based triggers or time-based triggers, and we'll talk about those in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and first enable the prompt so that I can preview it. All right, so this was a duplicate of a previous prompt, so obviously I can see that here. Excuse me. I want to make sure it shows up on my pricing page. So I'm going to go over my website, grab the URL slug, and make sure that is in the display settings segment. Sound notifications, probably do, well, let's do doorbell ring, something real jarring. Okay, so videos. Now, here's where I may end up changing this pop-up later because this is a good like promotional opportunity. So if someone's on my pricing page, I have the opportunity to show them a promotion or show them like a reason they should purchase other than maybe the reasons that are displayed on my base site, on my page, right? So right now we actually have a BOGO deal going on. So let's go over here. So want to, oops, I'm having trouble typing today. Save 50% on ChatHQ. ChatHQ subscription. All right, let's change this. Currently offering a BOGO. Buy one, get one promotion on all growth and agency annual subscriptions. All right, give me 1 second. So let's see. Meaning you won't pay, oops, pay another, you won't, let's change like this. You won't see another ChatHQ invoice until 2025. Make that bold. To advantage of this offer, amazing promotion. Button below, start your free account today and reach out to ChatHQ support to get your account upgraded to the BOGO deal. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, let's leave it like that. See what that looks like. Go ahead and save those changes. All right, so there's a lot of spacing there. So let's get rid of some of that spacing. All right, that's better. Now, obviously, we don't want that video in there. So what we're going to do, let me save those changes. We're going to change this to an image, and we're going to add a GIF in here. So let me pause my share. You'll grab a GIF from inside my high level account. I'll show you guys how to do this in a second. All right. So I'm in my high level media area. So let's see, there's a whole bunch of different stuff in here. All right, so I'm gonna grab Anthony Anderson here. I'm gonna right click, get link. I'm gonna go back to my targeted prompt. And now if you notice, we got Anthony Anderson shooting a bunch of Monopoly money, right? Cool. Let's make some bold text here. Take advantage of this amazing promo. Let's make this bold. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, cool. So obviously we started with a duplicate, so it's a little easier to make this. But we also have to obviously make some changes here. So we're going to change this to 25%. And we're going to leave everything else the same. We're going to create a new folder, call this one pricing page. Go ahead and save that. And now we have our BOGO promo. Let's go back to the ChatHQ website, refresh our page. And if I scroll 25% of the way down, right about there, boom. I want to say 50% of your ChatHQ subscription. Now, I don't really like the way that looks. I can come back in here. I might want to make this text bigger. It's at 18, so let's try 20. And let's make this text 16. Let's save that. Back to the website, refresh. There we go. Now, this is, I think, this is why there's the doorbell sound. I don't like that, so let's remove that. Let's get rid of the doorbell. And I think I added spaces here for a reason. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, that's better. Maybe add a space underneath the title. Now, obviously, this is why you want to be building pop-ups with ChatHQ, is we give you all this rich text capability, right? Want to save 50% on your ChatHQ subscription, blah, 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 blah. If they click this, it takes them to the portal where they can start their free account. So that's the first widget we're going to build there. Now we can actually go in and just build, I'm sorry, targeted prompt, not widget. So we can go in and build another one. Let's go with bottom banner, go top banner. So we're gonna duplicate this one here. Actually, I'm gonna create this one from scratch for you guys. So I'll create a brand new widget or a brand new pop-up, call this one pricing page, top banner. 10 seconds. All right, we're gonna go top banner. Now, if you notice when I switch to top banner, some settings disappear. The reason is because the top banner only allows for one line of text and one tool to be linked to it. All right, so the text, we're actually going to say having trouble understanding our pricing page. Reach out to our team. Let's see. Say you can message team with, I don't like that. Let's see, try the pricing page. Click here to ask our expert team. About ChatHQ pricing. All right, so how that would look without a button, something like that. And if I go and add a button here, we're going to go to the web chat tool. All right, so now if they click that, it's going to open up the web chat tool. So we do need display settings. So we have to add a whole new segment here. We're going to do URL contains pricing, just like the last one. I believe it's pricing, right? Yeah, pricing. And we said 10-second banner. So instead of immediate trigger, we're going to go to after time and 10 seconds. We're going to do all visitors as well. We're also going to, well, let me add that to the pricing folder. So let's just go ahead and save that. So we go back over to our pricing page, we refresh. We're going to wait 10 seconds and should see our banner pop up at the top. So don't worry about this. That's actually built into the website, that banner. So there's our banner. After 10 seconds, having trouble understanding our pricing page, click here to ask our expert team about ChatHQ pricing. So if I click this here, as you can see, it opens up the widget with the web chat form. So I can text us, it goes right into high level, whole 9 yards. So we just within, how long was that? I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, built 2 pop-ups there from start to finish. And, you know, hopefully that significantly increases the engagement and potential conversions on our pricing page. This one specifically because it's a promotion, but you know, a lot of people get to a pricing page, they have trouble, they have questions. Obviously, we have a comparison chart down here and frequently asked questions over here, but you know, some people are just sitting here reading this stuff, and once they see a pop-up that says like, "Hey, text our team," that may be the difference between getting that person to purchase or sign up and not, right? Awesome. So let me see. Do we have anyone else? Hey, Glenn, what's up, man? You're on.
I'm here. How you
There you
doing,
go.
buddy?
Good, good. Are you in the office? Or you traveling?
No, it's today's my birthday and I'm working.
Oh, happy birthday, man. Happy
I figured
birthday.
I'd end my day with your face.
Hey, look at that. I love it. The sight for sore eyes, isn't it? You
Oh
know?
man, I'm telling you. We'll talk about this another time. Get back to work.
Yeah. So we'll hear this. The format of these success calls is really just me showcasing some things and then going into Q&A and implementation. So what I'd love to do is are you at your desk?
I am.
Okay, so between you and Sean, we got you and another customer of ours, Sean, here live.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some implementation for you guys. So I'm gonna get Sean's got some use cases. I'm gonna do some building and implementation for him, and then I'd love for you to, you know, have when you know when we get to you, just have some potential use cases or things that I can go in and help you with in your account.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I'm in that position today. I've got 2 guys. I have 2 people I have to onboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just really just trying to catch up a little bit with some of the new features and stuff that you have.
Sure.
So I don't really have a specific question at this point about implementation yet. So,
Okay.
yep,
Well, we could go over product features as well.
yep.
What I'd love to see though is, are you using the widget on your website today?
I have it on mine, and I do have it on my strategic partner site. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what we
Yep.
could do as well is like take a look at those and see if there's any way to optimize those and get you some more
Oh,
success
okay.
through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, man. Awesome. All right. So Sean, let's jump into yours,
All right.
and I'm gonna stop sharing for now so we can chat a little bit about what you're trying to do and where I can help, and then we'll jump into your account and start building.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, I got it on one client's account now to get some feedback. I'll be setting up 2 more this week. And first glance, he loved the concept and all that, so we're kind of going through with it. I'm setting these up with my existing clients for 2 months free, and then I'm going to charge them, I think, $39 a month for it if they want to keep it. So,
Nice.
and then I also am packaging it in with my brand Hoist, which is the Go High level, and it's part of the package with that. So now I'm just trying to figure out, and I think I asked the question when we first started, the forms, because one of the big thing is the lead capture with this, right? Being part of our overall package for lead captures, and forms are a big part of that we embed into the website. So I'm trying to, like, I just went on to my client's site and used the.
I lost your audio there.
Oh,
There you are. Now I can hear you. All right, say it one more time.
Yeah, so I'm curious with the current form, that's the ChatHQ form. I just filled one out. I have no idea where that goes, and how to track that, and how do I ultimately get that into, if I can, into my Hoist CRM for my client.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull up your account here before I share my screen. Remind me, what's the name of your account again?
It's under Donovan and Associates.
That's right. Yep, I was putting in Hoist. Okay, yeah. So let me. Ooh, Charles joined. Got Charles in there. All right, let me share my screen. All right. So which widget are we talking about here?
Well, I just have the one active one. I don't know if we set those other ones up as demos, but it's the Greco. Greco is the one that's active.
So you're talking about the Got Questions Text Our Team form?
Correct.
So that's actually going to go directly into the conversation. So if you imagine our web chat tool, so this tool here, it's a one-to-one replacement for High Levels Chat Widget. So every single thing that High Levels Chat Widget does as a whole, this tool does, except it also has multi-location. So you can add multiple high-level sub-accounts into one widget, and it would just look something like this, where you have like a franchisee like business and they can choose which location to message, right? So if you fill out this form, the destination of that message is going to be multiple places, but the message is going to go into the conversations area as an SMS. And then you're going to get all the information. It's going to create a contact. If that contact doesn't exist, it's going to update a contact potentially. It's going to go into the contact activity bar, like that activity.
All in ChatHQ, right? Just to be clear.
No. So this all goes into High Level.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. So this, imagine just replacing High Levels Chat Widget with just this, like that. If you just imagine that. Yeah. So it does everything that the High Level Chat Widget does. It'll trigger workflows, the whole 9 yards, right? So if you check the conversations area of Greco, you should see whatever message you just sent in.
And if I want to send a notice to my client, similar to how I did before, I'll create a workflow, and so they would get an internal notification with the information.
Correct.
Okay, cool. That's what I wasn't sure of. And then I guess the follow-up question to that is, where do I edit that form? Can I do the same type of edits and create custom fields like I can in High Level, or no?
No, because you can't update High Levels Chat Widget, right? So High Levels Chat Widget is a form, but it's not editable. So this is the replacement for High Levels Chat Widget.
Okay, yeah, because I have a custom form on the client's contact page, which is different than this.
Right. So if you wanted to do that, so I believe that was we have this one, right? We embedded this form here. But if you wanted to do like a custom form, you can go, and I'll do this in a different widget so it's not live on a website. But you would go to Add Tool, Forms and Surveys, and these are all your forms and surveys. So I go to Greco, we have all the forms, right? Greco downloads, you'll see that form show up here. And
Oh,
this is
okay.
where you would customize the form. Like you just build a form or a survey in high level and it'll
Right.
show up in this list here, right?
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's what I want.
Yep.
So, okay, so I can have a link to a inquiry or a contact us form type right in there as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to build that for you real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, is there, before we do that, is there a form actually in Greco that's like contact us or something?
Yeah, it's on the. I'm just going to check. It's on the contact page on the Greco website. Look at it real
Okay.
quick. Yeah.
And is it like an inquiry? Like what would they be filling that form out for?
Yeah, it's just inquiries, and then they pick the type of inquiry, their name, phone, company, and message. I'll get the
Okay.
form. I'll get the form name. Make sure we get it right.
Let me pause my sharing. I'm actually going to remind me the URL again
For
for Greco.
Greco, yeah, it's grecorailings.com.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to go to the contact page. I just want to see what the language is here. Okay, it's
Yeah.
just inquiries.
Yeah, I was looking at the
Gotcha.
form. Get the form here.
Let me unpause my share.
Yeah, so the form is just called Greco Web Inquiries form.
Okay.
When you look for it in Go High Level.
Right. Greco web inquiries form. Yep. Cool.
Beautiful.
So now what you could do too is like you see how this looks here. You can go into high level. You can adjust things, padding,
Right.
all kinds of stuff, right? So you can make it look a lot cleaner there.
Yeah.
For inquiry, let's go question mark. See how that looks. Actually, do we already have a question mark? No, we don't. So that's how it would look. So this one has got questions. We can actually change that then. So it got an inquiry. Let's go to questions. Let's keep it like
Actually,
that for
can you
now.
change? Can you change? Got an inquiry to how can we help?
Sure.
There you go.
All right. All right. So this one, how do you want to approach this? So if they have an inquiry, they might just want to text. So
Yeah.
instead of, how would you rather approach that? Do you want to just change the title of this one here?
Well, let me ask you, do I need that one in addition? Because I want the form, because the form we can customize and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there value in keeping both of those? And if so, then I guess we got to think through how to make them look a little different.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I mean, I guess it's subjective, right? Because at the end of the day, they almost accomplish the same thing. The one pro to having the SMS, like the web chat, would be like the format of it is very sleek and slim and quick to the point.
Yeah.
As well as like, if I go in here and there's a lot of like language here that is very specific to, submitting like a question or something.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we just text us your question
Sure. So, yeah, we could probably do
to keep it focused on the texting side,
right. So,
or text our team here.
yeah, yeah. So maybe we put this above it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you can mess around with that, but you get the
But
idea.
that's a good start.
Yeah, you get the idea. So now you have that form in here. Cool. Awesome, man. All right. Well, we're gonna kind of do like a round robin thing here. So I'm just gonna, if you have any more, just keep writing them down, and I'll just kind of keep taking in requests or any sort of implementation things that you guys have. So anybody want to go next? Glenn, Charles? I think
Sure,
Jenna just
I'll do
joined.
that. Then I'm gonna cut out because I'm
Okay.
going out to dinner for my birthday. So
Yeah, man.
all right. So hey, I don't know. You want to just look at what I have set up? Is that what the deal?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so let
Okay.
me jump into your website here. Is it one customer plus?
Yeah, mine isn't fancy. If you want to go over to DSI dot DSIsolutions.biz, I got more stuff on there. But
Sure. Well, the question is are you still running traffic to your site to do like SaaS or service sales, anything like
no,
that, like marketing stuff? No.
no,
Okay.
no. I'm really focusing on selling through my partners' relationships.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So increase profits, reduce costs with software design specific commercial vehicle suppliers. Got it. And these go to.
Those are 2 trade shows. One we just had, another one coming up in November.
Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about the GIF thing
Yeah,
too.
animated GIF.
Yeah. Okay. Chat with us, contact our sales team, submit an issue to DSI, read and leave a review, and then the 2 trade shows. So do people on the site know that UTA, NTDA are like the trade show?
Well, yeah, I mean, those are industry shows, and people who would be coming here should know that.
Would know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what I'm thinking is you have products, services, all kinds of stuff here, right? And so while sometimes it becomes redundant adding things like that into the widget. The
Right.
problem is like sometimes people lose sight of like where they're at on the site, or if you know the science or statistics behind your site, like if they scroll down 75% of the way and that 95% of them are going to leave, you can do things to promote that through the widget, and you don't need to have a tool here to do that. Right. So for example, on ChatHQ, if I go to the home screen and we scroll all the way down, this pop-up is literally just a link to another page, but I don't have that link built into the widget, right? So you can still do things like that and build targeted prompts and pop-ups that really promote what you're trying to do with the website. So let's see, you got this one here. That works well. So what else? Choose industry lead browse. Okay, so right about here, I would say, what products do you have? Let's see. Sorry, Zoom's in the way here. All right. What's the best product that they like? What's the one they want to focus on selling the most?
Well, it's an integrated suite. You know what I mean? It's
Is this a high level SaaS?
No.
No.
My portion of it is
right.
The CRM part of it, but the rest of it, no.
Gotcha. Okay. So DSI Connect. So Blaze is the whole system then, and these are all the features in it?
Correct. Those are the modules. Yeah.
The modules. Okay. And then CRM Plus is your side of it. Like that's
correct.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. So this is the only pop-up you have here.
Yeah. I mean, I put the main things were the support tickets, and sales inquiries, just the standard stuff, pretty much.
Right. Well, I was just referring to the pop-up. So you have
okay. Right.
Yeah. So let's see. I'd love to see a banner here. You have the banner for the cookies. I don't know if that's gonna block anything. We can do like a top banner. Let's see, 6,000 active users, 100 companies, 800 tests for each. Okay, so let's do something like this. Let's go. What do you have in here? Chat with us, contact us, support. Okay, I would always add some sort of call to action to the end goal, which is like, can they sign up on this website?
No, it's just this is all like custom stuff. This is not something that someone's going to buy off a website.
Okay. So it's contact us, and then this is the
Yeah,
form.
yeah. And that's survey, GHL survey, little
Okay.
conditional logic in there.
Right. Okay, so, and this is the same form here.
No, well, no. That's just, this is specifically, the one you popped up is specifically sales, and then the supports, whereas that one has a department contact, so I got a conditional logic. The one that's embedded on the page has some conditional logic, so depending on what you select there, it changes the prompts.
Gotcha. So essentially so it looks like you're having an issue here with scrolling. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing the fonts not right either, actually.
And this is a WordPress site?
This is a WordPress site, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the fonts inside of here shouldn't have anything to do with it. That's high level.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, that's weird. But the scrolling, that's
Yeah, see,
odd.
that would be the same, that should be the same font set of the other. That looks
Yeah,
more better.
more better. I like
Yeah.
that. Sales, support, admin.
And I'm no fan of WordPress either, so I dumped WordPress 4 years ago.
Why not just add this entire thing in here
I
and say
could,
contact us?
but I just figured if somebody goes to the contact page because they're used to going to contact pages, I just.
Oh no, I mean like here, check this
Oh,
out.
you
So
mean the
what I'm
exact
saying,
same form?
yeah, the exact same form, right? Keep it consistent.
Yeah,
So if you
I
go in
could.
here, which form is that? Ah, maybe that's why. All right, so I need you to do me a favor here. I might need you to re-add your API key. So you actually have a really old account, Glenn,
Yep.
just because you were a beta user of ours. So
Yep.
sometimes as we update things, old data just like disrupts stuff, right? It just
Okay.
adds wrinkles into things.
Yep.
So let me see. Yeah, there's something going on with your account right now, and I don't like it.
Oh,
All right,
that's
let
not
me
good.
up. Yeah, it's just loading. It's taking forever to load. It might be an old API key. So sometimes they updated all their account API keys, and this could be because the old API keys in here. I don't know. Usually it
Gotcha.
just doesn't. I mean, that's why I'm not seeing it when I opened up locations. I'm not seeing any
Right.
locations.
Right. Right.
It could be causing some issues. Here's
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do.
I did have something going on. I'm trying to remember what the story was with that. There was something going on that I had a ticket to GHL with, and it might have been about the API. Yeah. It had to do with a snapshot that I loaded, um, where something came up weird. So yeah, maybe that is the issue.
Yep.
Do I have to get a new API key from them then at that point,
Well, you
or
can create unlimited API key, or I don't know about unlimited, but you can create your own. So let me pause my share. I'll pull up my screen and show you. So do me a favor. I'm navigating there now, but go to your agency
okay?
dashboard and then go to settings
Okay.
and then go to find API keys after you click settings down near the bottom, and you'll see a screen that looks like this.
I'm gonna kill my video only because I think my resources are running low here.
Sure.
Um, Let me kill my video for a minute. Okay,
So while you do that, I'm going to reach out to Serge
go
and
ahead.
see.
Yeah. My hard drive's lit up like a Christmas tree, and there it goes. Finally, painting pages. All right, so go to my agency.
Yeah, so agency set and then settings and then API keys, and you'll
Yep.
see do you only have one API key?
No, I think I have more than that. The problem had to do with something with extendly. There was something in a snapshot we're installing with API. I can't remember. I have so
Yeah,
many
so don't
things.
I wouldn't worry about that support thing right now, but
Yep.
let's
Yep.
if you look at these agency API keys, do you have one specifically for the ChatHQ portal? Like this?
I don't remember, and I'm trying to get in there, but my
Ah,
screen is frozen here.
okay. Take your time, man.
Yeah. Just give me a I really should have rebooted my PC after the week. I gotta get this thing is getting old, man. Like me. It's getting old like me. Yeah.
Oh, hey, help is on the way.
Page unresponsive. Okay.
So this is it's a good learning experience for everyone that's watching though, is when you add, so obviously you have an old account, and so sometimes you may run into an issue where you might have an old API key.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, what's up, Serge? And so you always have to create a new API key, and so it should start with EYJHBGC, whatever this is, right? It should always start with that, and it should not have the old tag next to it. But hey, Serge, so we're running into an issue here. His high-level integrations configuration page is not loading.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly what it is. Yeah, and
I broke it.
How we got to this point was he's not giving.
Is that Glenn? Glenn,
yes.
did you break it?
I broke it.
Did you
buddy.
break it?
I broke it.
And so these forms are not scrolling in his widget. And then so I went to go look at the form in Engage, right, in the conversion tool, and the location selector is not showing any location. So my first thought was maybe it's an old API key. So I don't know. Okay. I'm going to pass this off onto you though. If you want to take a look at that, try and find a solution and just message Glenn, and I'm going to move on to, I think Charles and Jenna are both here.
Okay, let's do something, because those things you mentioned sound like separate things. Sound like they could be coming from separate issues.
Okay.
So it's the high level integration. It's forms in a widget in a WordPress website. Is that right? Not scrolling?
It is a word. It is a word. That is a WordPress website.
Okay. And then the third thing was?
Well, it's connected, I'm assuming, to the first thing, because it's not showing locations in the location selector for his forms. Yeah.
So there is a key here with the name ChatHQ. So that one, it must be.
Does it say old next to it?
No, it does not.
It doesn't. Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Excuse me. I'm gonna move on to Charles and Jenna, and then if Sean has anything else, and then if you guys want to just message in the chat, in the Zoom chat. Cool.
Can we go to a breakout room or something?
Breakout room. There you go.
Yeah, I think do I even have that ability here?
You might not be paying Zoom enough for that.
Yeah, we're not paying Zoom enough for that. We don't like giving Zoom money. So not for that.
You want me to give you my Zoom, Serge? You want to do that with me separately?
Yeah, let's jump in. That works. Yeah, I'll send you my link.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, go on Messenger. Thanks, guys.
Hey, happy birthday, Glenn.
Thanks, buddy. I'll see you all.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, I'm another trip around the sun. Go ahead. Take care of the folks, and I'll see you, Andrew, and everybody, and Serge and I'll have a little party. No problem.
Yep. Cool. See you, man.
Okay. All right.
Cool. What's up, Charles?
What's going on?
Oh, it's another day in paradise, my friend.
Nice.
All right. So do you want to hop into your account, do some implementation, mess around, build some stuff, or are you just kind of here for the beers?
I'm here for the beers. I did have a, so I'll go, when I am in targeted, so I'm in my CRM widget.
Okay.
Under target prompts,
Can we all just really quick just appreciate this? This is beautiful. Look at all these tools. Really giving your users everything they need here. I
Well, a
love it.
lot of that's hidden, but
Yeah. Okay.
it's all
cool.
stuff I've tried. But so here is what I'm curious. So if you go into like that, so if I go into yeah, that one, edit that one.
Okay.
How do I get this into a folder? So now that there are quote unquote folders, when I created a new folder, it didn't store it.
Right. So it created it. So you see you have folders here, but
Uh-huh.
there seems to be some sort of little bug where in this actual selector, it's not showing the
Yeah, and I tried
the actual
typing for it.
folders.
I just
Yeah.
didn't know if there was something I was doing wrong, or because I was like, I know the folder exists.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Just a little bug we gotta squash.
Okay.
So awesome. Do you want to let's go over some of the stuff and see what you got going on, see what you got cooking here. So you got A2P, trigger links. So basically you're showing these in different sections of high level, correct?
Correct. Although I will also say I started to turn them back on, but then I noticed, so like if you go to the one that is turned on, the Academy workflow recipes,
Mm-hmm.
so that is set to fire for new visitors,
Okay.
except it's firing every single time.
Really? Can
So
you
that's
submit a
why I haven't turned
okay.
all the rest of them on, because I was like, I don't want this to keep firing
Right.
every single time they go to this section.
Can you do me a favor? Submit a couple bug reports. Submit a bug
I will.
report for the folder thing, and then
Yep.
that. And actually, I'm noticing that too. I was going to bring it up to Serge today.
Well, I noticed it
Inside
in the
of our
portal.
portal. Yeah, inside the portal.
Hits you every single time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll turn those off. Just out of respect for you, Charles.
I'm like, I get it. Yep. I appreciate the updates, but good Lord, I just need to change something.
We just really wanted to remind you, you know?
Yeah, you want to make sure we show up to these calls. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
those are that's the only thing that's kind of preventing me from turning a lot of those back on was that little bug.
okay.
And
you know,
then
it may just be an issue with our authentication, like why we're switching over to a new authentication provider. We were experiencing a lot of issues with the API simply because of all the rate limiting and all that stuff. So these things may be endpoints that are not like they're not getting any usage, or they're not.
I got you.
Yeah,
It's not
the usage
communicating. Yeah.
right. It may be there may be an issue with those endpoints. So
Okay. Then the other oh, what was it? Shoot fire. Can't remember now.
that's right. Think about it. Let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, I got another question. You got a minute?
Yeah, man.
So I duplicated my Greco one because I want to set up for another client. Figured it's the easiest way to do it because it'll be somewhat similar. And I'm kind of stuck at the beginning. I duplicated it. I'm trying to change the information, but I'm not doing something right here.
Sure, man. This is the smart lift.
Smart lift solutions.
Okay. So the first thing you always want to do is enable the widget. That's going to give you that, give you that preview there. Just enable it, save it, and from here on out, you're good to go. It's not going to show anywhere until you actually install it. So you have to like copy this code, install it somewhere. Yeah. Now the one thing that will show once it's installed are the tools. So we're going to be coming out with a feature that allows you to like show or hide tools. But as of today, like if you go in here, now this one's obviously not installed anywhere, but if you go in here and start like adding things, right? Like they'll see this, like support team, right? Until you configure it and change it. So.
Okay. And then I need to add the API key set for all of my hoist accounts, or do I need to do it by sub account?
Correct. No, it's once you have the agency API key, any tools that you go into on any widgets will have the location selector. So
Okay,
you
so
can Smart Lift Solutions, I'm assuming, right?
yep. Okay, cool.
And do you
And
want that?
where did you just change that?
So I'm in web chat and then under the locations selector here.
Okay, got it.
And that's for all the tools that are connected to high level. So for example, like this forms and surveys tool. Oh, that's the iframe. Here's a forms and surveys tool. Everyone that is connected to high level has a location selector.
Oh, okay. So I'll need to update all of those. And of course, I'll update the branding and then I'll make changes to it. But okay. So, and then once I want to go live with it, what do I have to do?
So once you want to go live with it, you go back to widget settings, go down to install, copy that, and then add it to the side of the funnel in the body code.
Yeah, I got that on that video from our first call. So, all right. Got it.
Cool, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Did that update mine live, by the way?
No, so we did the Smart Lift solution, so we didn't change anything with Greco. Yeah, but it did. Yeah, so I made those changes. Excuse me, and then saved it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Man, doing a lot of talking today. I was on like 3 or 4 calls. Throat's getting dry. All right. So I think Jenna is here, but she's not here. She might be taking care of her child. Got the mommy duties going on. If you can hear me, Jenna, if you have any questions or we could do some implementation for you. If you want to write some things down or jump in here when you get a chance and let me know. Be more than happy to help you out. All right, Charles, I see you're awkward. Yeah, I know. I remember you telling us last time it's an awkward time. It's dinner time and stuff. Okay, so Charles, targeted prompts. Target prompt to conversion tool that is set to after hours.
Yeah, so basically, like in my CRM, when I have a user survey, I don't necessarily want it to show in there. So if I could put it to after hours, but have a targeted prompt that fires it.
Have you tested that? Is that how you're doing it already today?
No, I had to show it.
Gotcha.
I had to show the conversion tool.
Okay, so let's test this. I'll do it inside of a ChatHQ widget.
Because basically I'm using the after hours to be able to hide certain tools.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I see. That's open. Why. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm always open, so I use the after hours to hide a tool. And then from the end user's view. And then, but sometimes I want the conversion tool there, but only to be accessed through a specific targeted prompt.
So let's just to make sure everyone's on the same page for anyone that's listening. When you say you're always open, you have not set office hours, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So basically Charles has not set any office hours, meaning he has not clicked here and said I'm open from blah to blah on Mondays. He just left it blank default. And then what he did was he went into conversion tools and he would select after hours only and apply those changes. And now if you notice, that's the YouTube channel here. If I go back to our website and I reload that screen, that should be gone. See how it's not there anymore? So that's actually genius. I love that, Charles. Thank you for that hot tip for all the viewers.
That's how I'll play around with different tools.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's actually really cool. So you can, you know what's a really cool use case for this is, so this is actually why we're giving you the ability to show or hide tools, but there's obviously a few reasons, but if you're editing a tool, so let's say I'm going to go back to always, and let's say I want to add knowledge library. So I add it, and then right away I go after hours only. I apply those changes. And so you see it here, but if I go to the website, it's not there.
See it there.
Yeah. So now what I can do is
that's why I use it right there. That exact, as I'm playing with conversion tools or building something in a conversion tool, testing iframes to see if it comes
Yep.
out right or whatever, I can sit around and play around with it all I want in the builder without worry of it. Because some stuff you won't see until you save it. So
Exactly.
I
Yep.
have to have a way to hide it from the live instance, but still be able to utilize it in the portal. So
Yeah. Did you pick up on that, Sean?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. So essentially what Charles does is by not adding any office hours, by leaving the office hours default and blank, if you wanted to hide a conversion tool, you would just simply set it to after hours. So any conversion tool you want to hide, you go to tool visibility and set to after hours only. And because there's no office hours actually set and established, see how it's just default, it would just automatically hide it. Yeah. So you see knowledge library here in the preview window, but if I go to the website, it doesn't exist because it's just not showing it because it thinks that there's no such thing as after hours, or it thinks it's not in after hours right now, right?
Right. Got it.
So it's a good way to like. But the reason I asked is because me and you were just discussing about adding a tool and then having to edit it while it's live. Yep. This is a great way to do that. So that's what Charles uses it for. He'll add tools and then put them to off after hours, and then go in and edit them and change them and configure them, and then make them live, like turn them live.
Got it.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I love that, man. Love that. Let's see. Okay. Let's that's what we're gonna test. Derp. Let's test that. We're gonna test targeted prompts with after hours. Wait, so have you tested this yet or no?
I think I tested it a while back and I couldn't do it. But I don't know if I just haven't gone back in and retried it, I guess.
Okay. Let's do it here. Go to display settings. .com/. By the way, anyone that's watching, how I target the homepage is I go URL ends with .com/ because that's the homepage is the only page that's ever going to have .com/ at the end of it. Everything else is going to have some sort of URL slug. Cover media. Well, let's just go with this. Let's make it simple. This is a test. No need to panic. All right. Conversion tool. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, let's test it out. Let's go with after scrolling 75% just in case somebody's on our website right now. And let's test it out. Did I not save it? I am in the website one, right? ChatHQ websites. After hours test. Hop over to display settings, urlenswith.com. Oh, that's why, because our website does not end with .com.
It's one of those days. It's a Monday. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. All right. Yeah, that'll be a lesson to everyone that just, trying to listen to me is like, oh, he's into it .com/ unless your website does not. Yeah, so it doesn't show.
Yeah, see that was the problem before.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll we'll get to that. And
yeah, it's a very particular use case.
But it's exactly why we're adding the show and hide functionality, as well as coming back into prompts and giving you like another option here, which is like custom button or something, right? So you have the ability to add an icon, add text, and then add some sort of link or something like that. But obviously the conversion tools open up the widget, so that's a different experience. You know, but again, that's why we're adding that feature to show or hide these exactly for this reason. So
yeah.
I mean, I would honestly say we could just go in and mess with this and get it to that point, but we might as well just spend the time building the feature and repurposing that. So that it's also not super confusing. Like this would be considered like a workaround or a loophole, and it works well, but you know, don't want to confuse people more than they already are with so many things, so many moving parts. So awesome. You had more questions. Merge field list for high level snippets. Yes, got to get you that merge field list. Bulk enable disable targeted prompts. Yeah, we need to do a major overhaul to targeted prompts.
I thought that one. I thought this was mentioned in another meeting, but I thought it was. I know it's been brought up. I just didn't know if there was any news around it.
Yeah. So one of our, I submitted this to the team here. I'll just show you kind of a little mock-up of what. Let me unpause my share. So, you know, we need to, for the first thing, and this is just me kind of messing around with the UI to get it to look and feel a little bit cleaner. But removing there's no reason to have an icon here. Absolutely no reason. The save button, we need the ability to save the current like filtering and organization, because you have columns too, right? So if you're adding and removing columns, you want to save that, right? So we're going to have that functionality. Creating new groups or folders, really, right? They're groups, but they're called folders, so we got to figure that out. But having that here, and then also being able to quickly add something to a folder here, right? As an action.
Well, and one thing I will say to this, so instead of having the save button, if there could be, if the layout and the filters could be sticky, much like they did with conversations in high level. Right. So that way you don't have to necessarily, because I can already say, okay, you'll have users in there, they set up their filters and everything, they don't think to click save, they leave, come back, and everything's reset to the way it was.
Yeah, so here's what I will, that's something I actually push for, which is just whatever you like set it to, it stays like that. But the reason the save button is here is having the ability to like change the filter. So setting up a specific way you want to look at things and then going back and like seeing that exact way, right?
I gotcha.
This one would be set up to like folders only or actions or something, right?
Yeah.
So having multiple views essentially. Now, the one thing you're saying is like bulk add, remove.
Yeah, like checkboxes, bulk actions, something.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I mean, obviously, not everybody's going to have, as many targeted prompts as what I have in my CRM widget.
Well, we would hope.
That's when you start getting up to 50, 60, targeted prompts, that's a lot to go in and out of. Of course, now you can enable, disable from this front screen. You don't actually have to go into it, which is nice. That was a huge improvement. But when you have multiple pages, it'd be nice to be able to just select all, even if it was just on the page.
Right. So what I'm thinking is just adding this in here like this, little checkbox, something like that. And then having bulk actions based on that.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Love that idea. I don't think it's letting me make it any smaller. There we go. Cool. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the feedback.
Yeah. I just think as people start to use the targeted prompts more and more, and you start getting more of them in there, especially with the folders, being able to do a bulk action on a folder, like turn this, like, because maybe you pre-built a bunch of targeted prompts on a holiday sale.
Mhm.
And so you want to be able to flip them all on at the same time.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of different use cases for it, but
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the
using
things
them
that
how
I
they're
was.
intended to be used.
Yeah, one of the things that I really wanted to see was actual folders. So, you know, we have a list view, and that's great, but being able to like manage like assets within a folder is like really, really huge, right?
That would be nice.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess this would still accomplish the same thing, because what you can do is you can go in here, go to targeted prompts, like filter by folder, search the folder, right? I can go like home page, and then you go
Yep.
check, enable or disable, right? So you can
Yep.
still really do the same thing, but for some reason my brain is just stuck on like
Traditional
physical entities,
folderization.
traditional. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
get that.
Cool, man. Awesome.
The only other thing I had was custom trigger. So in the widget settings, you can set a custom trigger to activate the widget.
Mm-hmm.
Can a custom trigger be used to point directly to a conversion tool? So say like Extendly's request to call button. If I wanted to leave that there, but instead when they click it, have that be my custom trigger.
Right.
They click that button, instead of it popping the pop-up on the web page, it pops open the conversion tool, not just the widget itself. I didn't know if that was possible or not. I'm
So
assuming that it's not. I'm assuming it
not
just pops open the
yet
whole
possible.
tool.
Yeah, not yet possible, but definitely. Give me 1 second.
I guess that would be a targeted or a custom trigger for a conversion tool, not the widget itself.
Correct. But right, so it wouldn't be in the same area, like the same settings and things like
Yeah.
that. But yes, that's exactly what it would fall under. So let me go back here and unpause my sharing. So what we could potentially do, and this is definitely an option. We're already thinking about, or we are going to add this option. Hey, what's up, Steve?
Andrew, I got a scoop. I got
option.
a scoop, bud. Thanks for your time, man.
Okay.
We'll connect.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
See you, man. So we're adding this option in targeted prompts. So it's going to be under triggers. You got to activate this. The same way we have the element appears here. We're going to have when elements clicked, or when button is clicked or something, CSS selector is clicked. So we'll have that. Now, what we can do is we can go back and take a look at how we can add that to specific conversion tools. So we can have some sort of custom trigger here.
Yeah.
That would like open that specifically, instead of just having it be a button in a prompt or inside the widget.
Yeah, because that's still making them click twice. You know, they click
Right.
the action button, whatever you're triggering off of, and then they get the targeted prompt. Okay, but now they still have to click into the actual tool. So
Yeah.
I mean that use case is good for videos, because I could see, like, if I have an image, they click on the image, it pops a targeted prompt to open up a video. So my website is loading faster because I'm only using images on the website, but they have, by giving that targeted prompt, you know, when this is clicked, fire this targeted prompt off. I could see I would utilize it for that personally.
Yeah, and that's really the use case there, is like being able to easily display media based on certain clicks, right? Or you know, we will have inline stuff coming soon, like at some point in the near future. Inline meaning, for anyone that doesn't know, inline would be like whatever you see here, not hidden behind a button. So like just visible in the pop-up, right? So essentially it would be like, let's go. Well, that one's a bad example because there's no button there. Center modal. Okay. Actually, that one's no good either because that one is a link. Let's just go to this one. So essentially, video testimonials, like this is probably also a bad example, but being able to display that inside of a pop-up instead of having to click into it to show it in the widget. Now that obviously wouldn't be a great use case because you don't want that UI. People would have like a really hard time navigating that. But something like a form in a pop-up, right?
Yeah.
Because the idea is like if every single pop-up led to another action within like the widget, it may become maybe adds friction. Like it might even add friction to the process. So we want to give you guys the ability to surface things as much as possible, as easily as possible. So I do like that. Maybe even like at the same time as adding that custom button click here, adding it directly to all the conversion tool settings so that you don't necessarily even need to build certain pop-ups. You can just add it to a button click in the website.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. Can you add that to the ideas board for us, man?
Yep, I will do it.
You are the man. Every single time, you got great ideas. I'm just gonna keep telling you, just add to that ideas board. It's the only way that like we're ever gonna, because like Sergio, it's like me and him getting the calls. We talk about 40 different things, and then by the end of the call, I'm like, dude, I forgot to take notes. It sucks. So, what's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Oh, you're muted, my friend.
I'm
How's it
good.
going? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I've been out for a bit, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hop back in and see what's going on.
Love it. Awesome, man. Welcome.
I'm gonna jump off, Andrew.
Yeah, sure, man. See you, Charles. All right, so we went over a lot today, Steve. How's everything going with you said you were out for a bit. Have you had a chance to poke around, start building some things, get used to ChatHQ a little bit more?
Not as much as I would have liked.
Okay, awesome.
In fact, I was just about to go back in there again and see. I know I'm kind of still trying to figure out the difference between the your tools and Extendly's tools and how that integrates with high levels chat and so from what I understand, I use yours on my main website. I take that back. I use yours within the back end of mine, right?
It can be used in both. Yes.
It can be used in both, and it still would send stuff to me, or it would send everything to Extendly.
So it depends on if you have the Extendly chat on your widget, right? So I'm going to jump into your account here, and I'll kind of walk you through what that would look like. So it's 10x Media, right?
Yeah. Well, Client Nurture is the 10x Media is the account. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
My main sub account for my agency is Client Nurture.
Okay.
It should be inside there as a. I'm gonna pull it up as well.
Yeah, it looks like you have 2 accounts here. Okay. Awesome. So we got clientnurture.io. So is this the one that this is on your website or in your high level? Is this
Client Nurture is everything.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, the widget itself that we're looking at here. Is this something you wanted on your website or something that you wanted to put in? Did you want to use the same one for your website and your backend inside high level?
Well, I'm trying to right now on the front end of my landing page. Basically, I think I have mainly just chat with us. Well, I do have the support team on there, which I probably don't need on the main website. I should probably have that inside the back end, right?
Right. Yeah, you
That
definitely.
makes more sense, right?
Yeah, you definitely don't want that here because that's yeah. Yeah, definitely suggest to take that off of there.
Take that off there. So I think on the front end, I'm using I see that I'm using it, but really all I need on the front end, I think, is just chat. Once I get, things like testimonials and stuff like that, I'll do, like,
Yeah, so I would suggest, yeah, there's a lot of different things that you could do, and the first thing I would say is,
and I'm not
definitely,
seeing your screen share at all. I'm just seeing us for some reason.
let me stop and try to reshare.
No, I wasn't seeing it before either, so I'm not sure what's going on. But
How about now?
nope, just see you. Maybe it's something with my view. I have it on speaker view.
Yeah, it's probably the view. Yeah.
But when I put it on gallery, it doesn't fill it up either.
Huh.
So I don't know what's going on. This has happened to me before and I can't figure it out.
Interesting. Yeah, that's okay. Because I just checked Facebook Live. It looks like it's sharing. How would I help you? Let's see. I'm
gonna go to
exactly.
Facebook.
There might be a little lag behind that, but okay. So essentially, what I'd love for you to do is, and you can kind of follow me along with your voice or with my voice too, is you have FAQs at the bottom of your web page. I don't know if it's on your entire site or just on one page here, but I'm on the features. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. This is a one-page site. Okay. So I'm at the features area. I scroll down. On the bottom, you have FAQs. I would surface those. Like, first thing I would do is surface those in your widget. And so what that would look like is, I'm going to go ahead and just for the sake of helping you optimize this, I'm going to remove the Extendly support team chat from the website one.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a knowledge library tool, but we're going to use it. It's basically an FAQ library. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add that in here. We're going to call this, sorry, 1 second. Frequently asked questions. Add a section, call it general questions. And start adding items to it. And the first item is going to be, what kind of support do you provide? So I don't know if that would be my first FAQ, but definitely support is a big one. We're just gonna kind of go in here and copy and paste. So just gonna take these, paste. I mean, it is really important to most people to support, so I wouldn't downplay that. Definitely. Let's see, copy.
You're right, though, on that home page, I probably should move that. This was this whole website here was created before me by HL Pro Tools before I switched over to Extendly.
Gotcha.
I like the Extendly ones way better, like the one that Charles has on his site. He told me that's one of Extendly's business Snapshots. In a box. I'm like, that's awesome because it has multiple pages and all that. I just can't see spending that kind of money for a snapshot, but
right. Yeah, I mean, just depends on how much money you're getting every month. How many customers do you currently have?
One.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to change that. So
yeah, once you start getting more customers, those types of purchases, they're investments at that point.
Oh,
right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if I had the cash flow, I would definitely do it, but not yet.
All right, so we're almost done adding these. There's like an H2 tag on these, which is really funky. Every time I paste this, I have to change it back to normal. Serge, by the way, did we fix this, the white space here?
We are in the process of.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, so Steve, did you go to your website?
Still trying to send Serge that
Oh,
screenshot.
okay.
So what I have been able to find about this, some other people have reported something like that, is closing Zoom and opening it again might fix it.
right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I just sent you the screenshot.
All right, cool.
That's all I'm seeing. And let's see here. Okay, I'm on my website, and if I refresh and look at the widget,
Now you'll see frequently asked
yeah, now I
questions.
see frequently asked questions. Yes.
And if you notice, I have 4 in the first category. If you select the drop down there, you have general questions, then plans and support. Then I have what kind of support do you provide? Can I cancel my account at any time? So you can see how you can really customize these and add some really
Yeah.
cool functionality just to the FAQ library itself. And then what you can do is you could bring that to light with a pop-up. So at a certain point in your web page, you can say, you have a pop-up and say, hey, want to check out have a question? Check out our frequently asked questions or text us here. Like the idea behind this widget is that you're bringing a bunch of different actionable items, whether they're conversion actionable items or educational actionable items. That's a lot, it's a mouthful, but you're bringing all those into one environment and then using pop-ups to surface those different elements, right? So at different points in the page, different points of the website, whether they take a certain action or they don't, you can show them a pop-up to bring them into the widget and take a different action, one that you wanted them to take originally, right? So we're obviously adding a lot more functionality there, but as of today, you could still, if you go to ChatHQ.io, it's a good example. We have 3 pop-ups on the main page, 3 pop-ups on the engagement widget page, and they're all kind of different formats. A couple of them have different calls to action, whether it's like, hey, check out our testimonials or text our team or something like that. So as you're building these widgets, one for your website is going to have very specific actions. It's going to have very specific, it's going to want to take the customer on a very specific journey, and that the widget's going to facilitate that journey. It's going to help them along that journey. And then when you're in your CRM building this, you're going to have different elements inside of it, which one of them is going to be Extendly's live chat, maybe some educational videos or different questions in a frequently asked questions button. And then while they're in different sections of the CRM, you can show them different things, different pop-ups from different sections, right? So like the URL is what dictates what section you're in. So it'll say like app.clientnurse.io/conversations or something, right? And so in the conversations tab, they're there. So you can show them a specific pop-up that says like, hey, want to learn more about the conversation section? It'll have a video, all that, right? Anything that revolves around that section. And then you can have a button that says, if you need to, contact support, click here. Now that's a pop-up. So remember, because people might not just click the button in the bottom right. They may just not have that initiative. So using the pop-ups to surface that information gives them a path forward, right?
So do I have, and I have the ability, I think, don't I, that after they've been on the site for a little bit, I could have the chat widget pop up automatically?
Not the entire widget, but a pop-up, yes. So today we have a 10-second timer. We're going to be extending that significantly moving forward. I think we're going up to like 30 minutes. So you can choose whether any point in time based on seconds, minutes.
Yeah, I'm basically it's not gonna be choose a duration from the list anymore. Just gonna give it any duration you want, like a time picker. I don't know why somebody would be on the website for 30 minutes and not interact with it, but
reading, we have people, I get Hotjar recordings. where they're reading stuff, and then honestly, people walk away from their computer all the time.
That's true.
So-
Yeah.
so
they come back
the-
and they have
Right.
a pop-up.
It's
and
on
they-
your
And then they get a
website, and
pop-up,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, let me get some coffee, whatever.
Yeah. Yep. So the idea is like anything, I think we talked about that, Serge, anything up to like a session, whatever that like session limit is,
Right.
just giving people the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you at? Where are you guys at with integrating all the extendly stuff? Or what are you integrating? Where are you at with that now?
So we have the live chat. We're
Okay.
currently talking with Extendly and Beyond. You know, they bought into ChatHQ, so they're now equity partners in ChatHQ.
Oh, okay.
So with that, we're talking about potentially merging software solutions and trying to figure out what the best path forward would be. You know,
Okay.
giving people what they need.
Working on
And,
it.
yep.
Because you were
So-
talking about doing, I think, your support docs and everything to be merged. And,
Yep.
Yes. So
Some of
they're
those
in the
things.
process of that. I'm not sure where they're at with that, but they've had access to our support docs for about a month now. So they've
okay.
been slowly migrating things over to theirs. But again, it's still in their knowledge base builder, and you know the only way to get their knowledge base in our widget would be to use the link, and it's not mobile optimized, so it doesn't show up great. So those are the kind of things that are like leading us to communicate about like how do we get this to be a better user experience for everyone, right?
Yeah, I wish that's some of the things I wish High Level would do. If I try and go into the back office, right on my mobile phone, you can't. It's not mobile optimized at all.
Yeah, our portal isn't either. It's quite a they High Level probably should have that. They've been around long enough. They have enough money to do that, but it is a very big project. So that's definitely something that yeah.
I mean, obviously you can use the app, but that doesn't give you access to
It doesn't
any-
doesn't give you
so.
everything. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. So hey Steve, what I'd love to see is we're doing one-on-one implementation calls now and just strategy calls. So this is like a success call. We want to kind of do what we did today. We're just like helping you get to a certain point, answer a lot of questions. We start this call usually with like a topic. So today I just went over targeted prompts. I built a few pop-ups for our one of our pages on our website, explained what I was doing, and then I transitioned into like helping other customers like implement specific things, kind of like how I built the FAQ
Right.
conversion tool for your widget. But the
Okay.
one-to-one calls are going to be a lot more focused on like what is your specific use case, and let's spend an hour just building for that specific use case. Now I can
Okay.
build a lot in an hour, right? So it's a matter of like if you come into that call with like a goal, like clearly defined goals, and like give me some direction. Obviously, I'm going to be communicating the whole time. Like I'm not just going to like go off and do it. But I can get a lot done within that hour and help you get to the point where you need to be to help you succeed with ChatHQ. So I'd love to see you on one of those calls so we can get you rocking and rolling, man.
When do they do that?
So these are we're not doing these on a schedule. These are based on a calendar. So I just whenever I have open time. Right now we only have onboarding. And let's see, we have our weekly success call here, which is just like a Zoom thing with a link. That's today. That's the Monday call. And then we have onboarding here, which I think I'm going to change this tab to say like book a call with us. And then once you click into it, it'll say like new account onboarding, implementation or strategy call, so on and so forth. So if you wanted to book one today, you could definitely jump on here with like a actually I gotta block this timeout because that's high level. That's the level.
Oh yeah.
But that'll be, you can book a time here. Let me block that out now. Oh, actually I forgot you can't see my screen. Oh,
Right.
Man. That's like showing you.
And that's the other thing, I don't want to book any one-on-one calls until I can actually figure out what's going on with my Zoom.
Yeah, well let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and pause my